I just want to begin with the thought, what you're doing is so wonderful, and you're helping people who are down in their luck for a lot of reasons. And it is incredibly noble mission nowadays. Folks need help. I think we all need help in one way or another. We all need a lot of friendship, companionship, and love. There's too many divisions around. I'm not here to talk about that tonight, but I just think what you're doing is wonderful. I was especially, reading the brochure and the stuff that Mike sent me. The idea of helping develop job skills is so important. Just a word on that. It's one of my favorite topics. And I will say this right at the top so you know where I'm coming from. Work is godly. And we should never forget that. I mean, I hear and read strange things where we're going to have shorter work weeks and this and that. It's not about the money either. Work is godly. Work keeps families together. Work is a great example for the kids in the family. And so it's always better to teach someone how to fish than to simply give them fish. And I think that's what we're talking about. When I was working in the White House, I used to speak 3 or 4 times a year to the interns, young people working in college or in the military. And they'd pile a couple hundred of them into auditorium in the back of the old executive office building. And I would talk to them about work, because these are smart kids, very smart, beautiful kids, cream of the crop, all this. And I would say, you don't work hard enough. I don't care, you don't work hard enough. And if you want to improve yourselves and your lives, and if you want to improve the lives of the person sitting next to you, and the lives of your family and friends, you have to work harder. And when you think you're working harder, that's when you really have to turn it on and work even harder. And I make that pitch, I'll say it to you, I've said it to them, I say it to anybody, I'm not a young guy anymore, I'm not a spring chicken anymore. But all my career, seriously, all my career, I have always worked a 6-day work week. Now there are a few people out there that would like to cut that back. Yeah. But the reality is, when I worked years and years and years ago at the Fed or on Wall Street, I always came in on Saturdays. The last 20 years, when you work in the government, you're working around the clock, but the last 18, 20 years, as my career changed, I became a broadcaster. I did TV Monday through Friday and radio on Saturday. It's a 6-day work week. I'll be 77 years old this summer. And unless you have some new information for me this evening, I intend to keep it up. So work is godly. Work is very, very important. The other part of that story, when I think about you helping people down in their luck, and you also talk, as I read through the brochures, you're talking about cleanliness, health, showers, and of course feeding them, and keeping them from being hungry, which is fabulous. Everybody's been down in their luck one time or another. I've been through it. A long time ago, I was hopeless, alcoholic and drug abuser, and I'll talk about that for just a moment. It isn't that I can relate to the people in the soup kitchen. By the way, I've been to the Bridgeport soup kitchen a couple of times, waiting on tables. But I almost ruined my life without even realizing it. And all of a sudden, I didn't have a job, and I didn't have a paycheck, and didn't have much anything. So I always think I'm very blessed because I got help. People helped me. in particular my wife, whom I always refer to as my saintly wife. She's not here tonight. She is a saint. She stayed with me through all the bad years as well as the good years. We will be married 37 years this summer. But, she basically said to me, this is called tough love. This comes under the heading of tough love. She said to me, I have a one-way ticket for you to the Minneapolis St. Paul Airport because I have enrolled you in the long-term care program in Minneapolis. The name of the place is Hazleton. Very old line, famous rehab place. And she said, you can go, do it, but if you don't go, I won't be here. So that's what she did. One-way ticket. And a $20 bill to get to the airport, which in those days you could get to the airport for $20. So I did. And it was the greatest thing I ever did in my life. Saved my life. Marriage saved my life. In fact, led to opportunities that I frankly never dreamed possible. And I'm still very active, I might add, in the 12-step program. I'm a regular. I'll have 29 years this summer, sober. I just say it because it's part of my story. There's a lot of people who have gone through what I've gone through. My hunch is there are a number of people who come through your doors who have the same problem. And you should send them to Alcoholics Anonymous or narcotics or whatever, to try to get them counseling of some kind, because it will improve their life. It will improve their life immeasurably. Feeding them is crucial. Giving them the showers. I love the showers part in the brochure. Yes, absolutely. But part of teaching them how to live and part of teaching them how to get a job is teaching them how to be sober and clean. I was thirsty, and you gave me drink. I was a stranger, and you welcomed me. I was naked, and you clothed me. I was sick, and you visited me. I was in prison, and you came to me. And then the righteous around will answer him, saying, Lord, when did we see you hungry and feed you, or thirsty and give you drink? And when did we see you a stranger and welcome you, or naked and clothe you? And when did we see you sick or in prison and visit you? And the king will answer them, truly I say to you, as you did it to one of the least of my brothers, you did it to me. Truly I say to you, as you did it to the least of these my brothers, you did it to me. And that's why what you all are doing here is such a godly